I'm standing here at the location where Officer Daniel Webster was making a routine traffic stop, and he was shot and killed by a violent repeat offender who should have never been on the streets of Albuquerque. Officer Webster is a hero, and he should be honored like all the rest of the police officers who risk their lives for ours every single day. The fact is, every time I go around the city and talk to people, people describe Albuquerque as dangerous. We're defined by criminals, and that has to stop. The buck stops on the 11th floor. I believe it can change. We can no longer accept, we don't have to accept an unhealthy status quo. We can change it. And if we could change it, then we should rise to that challenge. And that's why I'm running for mayor. We will make Albuquerque the most unwelcome place for people who want to steal our cars and break into our homes and wreak havoc on our city's neighborhoods. And here's how we do it. Number one, we're going to lead the reform effort with APD from the front. With a new chief, with new police leadership, we'll lead from the front, not being dragged along by the courts and the DOJ. Our officers and our taxpayers deserve better. And they deserve an APD, a police department that's functioning and efficient, and with officers that are doing their job and have everything they need to be successful. Number two, we're going to put 1,200 officers on the streets of Albuquerque. We need 25 police officers for every 10,000 people in our city. And we'll be proactive, and we'll be smart, and we'll be able to do intelligent policing. We may not have an officer on every corner, but we'll have an officer that knows every corner. We'll anticipate crime where it happens. Number three, we're going to hold judges in this city accountable. Judges that misinterpret our laws, and they put repeat offenders and habitual offenders back on the streets, oftentimes before the officer that arrested them is off of their shift. We'll hold judges accountable in this city. We'll put their faces on billboards and their names and their faces on a website that'll reveal and show the record that they have. And we'll fill up that MDC, that Metro Detention Center. Right now, there's 800 empty beds at that detention center. And there's people that should be in that detention center that are out on our streets. We're gonna keep them in jail. We will make Albuquerque number one for the worst place to be a criminal in this country. For questions, if you have some questions about my plan for public safety, for keeping Albuquerque safe, I want to encourage you to click on the description, on the link in the description on this post, and ask me your questions, share your ideas with me. If you have a question, I'll answer your questions on Facebook Live.